You ain't so tough with a bad boy talk.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yo, what's going on? Hello, how's it going, friends? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that, as always. And welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on the channel. Easy for me to say. While I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my thoughts, feelings, opinions, and musings. Give my thoughts on it. More importantly, asking for yours. Today, look, more stories coming out from Spain. Look, this disclaimer, early caveat, this story that's been circulating through different football news websites. The original source is Fichajes. I don't know if I'm saying that right, the Spanish publication. They always get cited by other like aggregating journalists. And I swear, like, it's often nonsense, but this story's come from other sources previously, and that, of course, is Enzo Fernandez being linked with the likes of Real Madrid. Of course, Real Madrid probably losing... Well, I know they've revitalised the midfield somewhat with, you know, they've gone from Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric. Only Modric left now, who's comes off the bench every now and again. Obviously, Camavinga... Jude Bellingham sometimes plays, sometimes as an attacker, sometimes as a midfielder. Tchouaméni, who we sometimes see at centre-back. And I know Valverde sometimes plays in almost like a 4-4-2 in the midfield, excuse me. I'm still a bit poorly, I've got this throat thing, so if I clear my throat, I apologise. I'll just pause, hold on. So, excuse me. Look, I get it. I've been very, very firm on thinking Enzo Fernandez, on stating here on the channel, Enzo Fernandez is a superstar. Obviously, he's gone in and out of form with Chelsea, but he's got clearly star quality. He's got that sort of South American, Argentinian grit where he gets stuck in, where like this, the passion, the desire to win. Of course, he's a world champion, current reigning world champion, best young player at the World Cup, etc., etc. He's got star quality, but being linked away again, and I do want to speak about that a little bit, because there was like talks also that everyone always recognised how good Enzo is, but is he because he's not necessarily a double pivot player, they're more like Caicedos and Lavias, and maybe Reece James's, and maybe another midfielder's more attacking, like a number 10. We know he's not a number 10. He played that as under Pochettino, but he is really effective, Enzo Fernandez. And spoiler, I think he's very, very, very important we keep him, but we'll get into that. I also want to spend some time building a couple of different lineups on the squad builder, because obviously Nico Jackson's in our strongest lineup at the moment, but tomorrow we're going to play another game. I imagine Pedro Neto is going to play striker. And what if he does really well again? It might, pose new questions. So I want to make a couple of different lineups together. We're going to get into it as well. A couple more things to speak about on top of that. So thanks for joining me. Thank you for supporting the content as always. It's most appreciated. Just drop a like to show some love on the video. And if you do find yourself returning to my content and you're yet to subscribe, man, why don't you subscribe, dude? Super simple. Super as well. If you're coming back here anyway, mate, why not? Why not subscribe? All right. Hit the bell also, I should say. I did quickly want to start the video talking about a couple of footballers that are returning to Chelsea in the summer. One that might be easier to get rid of, and one not. Firstly, Raheem Sterling, of course. The Arsenal fans are like, why did we get Sterling from Chelsea? We're paying half his wages to play for Arsenal. And at the beginning of the season, they were like, oh my God, what an amazing deal. We're like ripping Chelsea off. And now it's almost like, I know we're getting absolutely shafted here, but it's almost like we're getting a good deal because we don't have to deal with it, We're paying for the headache to go away. Look, I don't want to disrespect Raheem Sterling. He's multiple Premier League winner. I always like to reference he was excellent for England for an extended period of time. He's a professional. He's a great guy by all accounts, Raheem. But my word, 300,000 whoppers a week this guy's on. And he just looks like, granted he's been given no time to get momentum in a team, but my word, he is ineffective of late. Where is he gonna go? Like, what are we gonna? I don't think you can convince Raheem to go to Saudi. Again, I'm going to reiterate what I said before. Maybe like a top. I think maybe there's a Champions League championship club. There's a championship club in it for him. There's a Champions League club in him. But I'm talking like Galatasaray, like doing a Wilfred Zaha, going to Galatasaray, whatever, halving your wages because you still want to play in a stadium that cheers your name and cheers goals, and you can play in Europe, or you take the bag, man. Let me know what you think about Sterling, because my giddy aunt, I think it's a tough one. Also, Kepa Arrizabalaga, because he is still the world's most expensive goalkeeper. He's got to be young enough. Is he 30 yet? He's just turned 30 in the autumn winter. So very much in his prime as a goalkeeper. You could say if he keeps himself in good nick, another 5 years at the top. But it is a bit like, again, because I think we're paying some of his wages still. I know he's on very, very high wages because he replaced Thibaut Courtois. Real Madrid were in for him. We paid the release clause, 71 million quid up front, I guess, because it was a release clause, so no installments. And absolutely didn't live up to that whatsoever, of course. He wasn't awful always. He was good in the first season under Sarri. We, of course, went for a horrible phase under Lampard, and we brought in Mendy, and Mendy for 18 months was very, very good. And then, actually, people forget, Mendy got benched for Kepa again, didn't he? Kepa came back in. And, he's just sort of been floating around. And then there was that really peculiar situation, not last summer, the summer before, where Bayern Munich and Real Madrid were in a transfer war for him to get him on loan. Tuchel at Bayern wanted him. Real Madrid, of course, Thibaut Courtois, did he have an ACL or he had a long-term injury? And suddenly he was like, at first he was like, I want to go to Bayern. This is weird at Chelsea. It's not going, because remember he had a good season under Potter. This is it. And he kept telling everyone, we might not be good, but I'm having a great season. Like, his individual numbers were pretty strong, despite Chelsea being awful and finishing 12th or whatever we did. It didn't really come across as a team player there, did you, Kepa? And then, of course, that's got him, scouted for, Bayern Munich came and he was like, I'll go and play for Bayern Munich. And then Real Madrid were in, and he was like, never mind. As obviously a Spanish international, he was like, Hala Madrid, do you know what I mean? And he was like off to Spain, and then eventually got benched out there. I do think there'll be a landing spot for him. We will have 12 months left on his contract to try and negotiate some sort of fee, and clearly that's the plan with Chelsea. By extending it another year, which we did, again, it's good for the accounting. His book value stretched over another year contract. Of course, we're trying to spread. You can't amortize past 5 years, can you? But you can. There is other benefits to extending the contract even further, I believe. I think so, whether it's a new contract or something, but I believe there is, not just retaining value of an asset, but, even if it's like, I think there's a release clause maybe for like a few million, 5 million or something. If someone will be getting a very serviceable keeper for a low fee if they can agree wages, and Chelsea will hopefully get a few quid, but maybe if Bournemouth finish top 5, they might just go, let's buy Kepa. We're in the Champions League now. He's our guy. We'll see what happens there. Yeah. All right, then. Chelsea. Okay, I hate this. I hate this headline. Chelsea ready to cut their losses on start as Real Madrid launch big money move. Robin Berner writes this. Look, just reacting to the news. Do not shoot the messenger. Real Madrid have Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez on their radar, with the Blues having already named their price for the World Cup winning midfielder should he leave in the summer. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Along with Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton and PSG ace Joao Neves, who by the way does look amazing, the PSG midfielder Neves. Enzo is one of the 3 players the Bernabeu side have in mind to replace Camavinga. Why is Camavinga going? And also, Adam Wharton to Real Madrid. No disrespect. I love it. Another young English midfielder going off to Real Madrid, maybe becoming superstar. As an England fan, Jude and Bellingham and Wharton link it up. Joao Neves looks amazing, but PSG, won't sell easily to Real Madrid, especially after the Mbappe saga. So Football Transfers exclusively revealed that Camavinga is being eyed by Man City boss Pep Guardiola as a long-term solution at the Etihad Stadium. Oh, that'd be so annoying if City get Camavinga, because he is wicked, and we want City to not be good anymore, let's be honest. Yeah? And Real Madrid are already preparing for his exit in a deal that has consequences with Chelsea. Firstly, Camavinga and Enzo Fernandez, not the same style of player whatsoever. Los Blancos were one of the clubs interested in signing Enzo Fernandez when he departed Benfica for Chelsea for a Premier League record. It was £105 million in 2023, the January transfer window. Remember the Enzo Fernandez. Now President Florentino Perez, that colossal... I was going to say it, but I'm not going to swear. Keeping it PG. He's a knobber. Is ready to revisit a player who's considered a long-standing dream for the club, according to Fichajes. Enzo may have a contract with Chelsea till 2032. 2032. But the Blues are now willing to sell, according to the Spanish report. I do not believe it. I won't believe it. The price tag of 80 million euros. Have a ruddy day off. What's that in real money? 80 euros in pounds is... Oh, yeah, 67 million pounds. Yeah? 67 million pounds. You know, a Madrid. Like, we're going to sell our vice captain, who's such a key player. Such a key player at the moment for 60. This is why you got to flush these people down. Like, look, I do believe there's something in the story, yeah. But my giddy aunt. Chelsea's figure appears to be fair. Enzo has an estimated transfer value of 74 million euros. Where is this coming from? 62 million pounds. There you go. That's the base fee for Madrid. This is absolutely insane. It goes on to show he's in good stats. Yeah. Yeah. Enzo Fernandez, right, before Christmas, leading up to the winter period, was in scintillating form. Scintillating form for both Chelsea and indeed Argentina. He is a leader on the pitch. He's 24 now, right? He's 20. Yeah, he turned 24 a couple months ago, month and a half ago. So he's just entering his prime. He is a leader. He can score goals. He can pass. He can wears the captain's armband. He gets stuck in. I really like Enzo Fernandez. Now look, if I had to keep one of Fernandez and Caicedo, it would be tough, but it would be Caicedo. Caicedo not only is he's slightly younger. He's an amazing CDM, but Caicedo can score wonder goals. He can pass the ball around competently. He can play like a regista. He can play like a destroyer. He can play like he can carry the ball well. He's literally the reason why Caicedo costs so much money is because when he was being profiled, Brighton were like, well, he can literally do everything you'd want. Literally, you could turn him into like whatever kind of midfielder. He can do it all. Yeah, and of course, I hate to remind again and sound like a broken record, but Klopp was desperate for him. He even spoke about when they had a deal agreed. Klopp referenced it in a press conference, so you can go look it up. Liverpool had agreed a fee for Moises Caicedo for £111 million, which would have been a Premier League record. Of course, we paid a few million on top. We paid like an extra 3 or 4 million on top just because we'd annoyed Brighton. But, both of them were Premier League record signings. So, yes, if I had to choose, and of course, it's worth referencing, if Fernandez left, Andre Santos. Argentina versus Brazil, they hate each other. We got one of each. Yeah, like Andre Santos looks amazing. And he looks, to talk about wearing captain's armband, he's been wearing the captain's armband for Strasbourg recently, young Andre Santos. It would make it bearable because he can sort of play similar roles. But in terms of right now, he's one of our best players. He's one of our leaders. 62 million quid or whatever the heck is. You can absolutely go whistle, mate. If Real Madrid was desperate for him, and if he said, look, guys, I've tried here at Chelsea, it's been a bit up and down, I'd really like to go to Real Madrid. If that was the case, and Real Madrid went, all right, here's £100 million, and Santos is running really hot, yeah, Maybe, fine. But we should absolutely not be entertaining this for any of that silly nonsense referenced fees. Absolute nonsense. All right. So, should we talk about Chelsea's lineups? I'm going to be a little bit... Do you want to have a little bit of fun here, yeah? Because I'm going to talk about players that we have. Maybe as well, players that aren't at the club right at the moment. Not signings. Let's build a lineup of players, yeah? Of players that are already on our books and see what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. We could even do a right back Caicedo to accommodate other players, which would kind of be interesting. Of course, we've seen Maresca do that. Let's just put in some obvious ones, yeah? For the moment, Palmer at right wing, because I'm not going to put in Is Esteval even there? I don't think he is. No, because it's Brazilian. No. Let's forget about Esteval then. Let's just see what we got. Let's just see what we're working with. Like I said, because you could put in Neto, just temporarily, just to see what this lineup looks like. Although now I'm thinking not only Mad working a goal scorer, who are we actually going to put on the left wing? Because actually, interestingly, the Nkunku situation, he was playing a little bit more here. I'm just trying to, and obviously he's going to be gone. I feel like it's unfair putting Nkunku in it because he's so out of Chelsea, isn't he? Yeah, let's not do that. I do think we're going to buy a left winger, but let's for the moment placeholder it with Sancho. I mean, come on, let's do the long-term planning here with these, man. Look at their cards. And Fernandez, get in there. No special card? I feel like you've been done quite harshly there. Okay, so getting tricky now. Because you could do Reece James. You could do... I guess Reece James, because he's such a good footballer. He's our captain. And he's going to be a midfielder, so safe. Enzo Maresca. Where are you? Lauren James. God, wish he could play for us. Where's your brother? There he is. And then I guess Gusto, I suppose. See, that's pretty strong. Yeah? That is pretty strong. Now, we could do different stuff here. Okay? Gusto has been playing badly. I like Gusto. I think he's got a really good capacity to play well, but he has been not playing well. You could do this. Get rid. And do this. That with Caicedo overloading in midfield sometimes, maybe even could push Reece James on, or we know Fernandez likes to go in that pocket. Because I heard the representative on the Athletic of Leicester saying they actually attacked with 6 in the end, only defended with 4. So I suppose Lavia could stay back and they could push on. So you could have inverting Caicedo there, and you suddenly got a very, very strong team. And a back 3 of Cucurella, Colwill, who does play the mid Regista role well. And that goes really, really strong. And of course, Palmer at right wing. A lot of Chelsea fans were calling for it, but I really don't like it. And as much I do like Sancho, I really do like Sancho, but I wonder if he's going to become a rotational option. And of course, many of you will be shouting for this. That looks pretty strong. Look at all these excellent players, eh? And obviously, you could have those players swapping there. Oh no, Reece James. Because Reece James could invert, but if anything, we saw Caicedo inverting, but that's a lot of great players, man. And then I've obviously added a goalkeeper, so the optics is so much better when you don't have Sanchez or Jorgensen in there. So Petrovic in goal, already, I think as the season goes on and as Petrovic continues to have a good season, because I never think he was bad. I just wondered if he was Chelsea starting quality. But I wanted to talk about it. Guys, let me know what you think. What's the strongest Chelsea lineup? Or what do you think will be the strongest Chelsea lineup come like the end of the season with the players we have? All right. Let me know in your comments, in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for supporting the content. Goat Gang and Football Therapy merch available. I'll put some links down below if you want to cop some. It's available for you, my friends. All right. Peace.